Hello everyone, this is Smiti. Today I'll teach you the rise of small kingdoms in North India. This is the second part of the video. In first part I dealt about the important three kingdoms. In this part we will see about the Rajputs and the governance of North India. After the decline of the three important kingdoms, that is the Rashtrakutas, the Palas and Pratiharas in the 9th century, in the 10th century, three important developments took place. What were they? First, the North India came into close contact with the Central and the Western Asia. Second, most of the parts came under the control of Rajputs. And lastly, the continuous fights amongst the Rajputs led to political instability that led to Turkish invasion in India. Rajputs fought among themselves. This led to lack of administration resulting in political instability. This gave the opportunities to Turks to attack in India. The Rajputs were famous for their bravery, but there is no clarity about the origin of Rajputs from where they originated. Different historians have different views. Some says Rajput means the son of Raja, but all the Rajputs did not belong to the royal families, that is the family of the kings. Some of are the view that Rajputs were from the families of sun and moon, so they were known as Suryavanshi or Chandravanshi. The four major clans of Rajputs is believed to originate from the fire altas, that is the Havan Kund, that is why they are known as the Agni Kullas. The four major clans are the Paramarsh, the Pratiharas, the Chauhans, and the Chalukyas. We have to see about the Chauhan dynasty. There were total 36 clans of Rajputs, that is 36 Kulas of Rajputs. The Chauhan dynasty is one of the most prominent among them. They ruled over Rajasthan and Gujarat. Prithvi Raj Chauhan was the most famous ruler of this dynasty, who came into throne in 1177 CE. He made many conquests, that is, he won many battles. He even checked the advances made by Muhammad Ghori of Ghor and defeated him in the Battle of Tarain in Bhatinda. His stories are so famous that he is a hero in the folk tales of many people. Even today, we can see the TV serials based on Prithvi Raj Chauhan. Chand Bardai, a poet, composed a epic poem. What is epic poem? A long narrative poem. Wrote Prithvi Raj Raso, who describes about him his bravery and his heroism. Now we have to see the governance in North India. First of all is the administration. The king was most powerful in North India. Empire was divided into provinces. What is a province? Province is an administrative unit. King was the head of the military as well as the judiciary. That is, he looked after the military also and the law and order also. King spent lot of money in maintenance of huge armies. Why? So as to protect its kingdom from external attack. Now economy. There was a lot of economic disparity among different classes. The royal families, the high officials, and the traders, that is, the merchants, were prosperous. On the other hand, those who lived in the villages were poor. Feudal system was prevalent in North India. Feudal lords exploited the others. The kings gave grant as land to the rais or the thakus, who in turn paid military assistance when required by the kings. This system led to decline of many empires because the feudal lords gave very less amount of the land revenue to the king. This declined the power of the king, and the feudal lords they themselves became powerful. Feudal lords such as Paramars and the Chauhans became so powerful that they set up their own independent empires. Now let us see the society. The rigid caste system divided the society in two different sections: the king, the Brahmins, and the feudal lords enjoyed the higher positions. On the other hand, the Shudras cultivated the land and they were socially discriminated. The condition of women was also not good. They were deprived of education. And evil practices, that is, the bad practices such as sati, that is, burning of the women with the husband if he is dead, polygamy, the men used to keep many wives, and the child marriage, the girls were married at earlier ages. These were prevalent in North India. Now, the religion. Rajputs worshipped Vishnu, Shiv, Kali, Lakshmi, and Durga. They gave land to Brahmins. This practice was known as Brahmadaya or Agrahara. Hinduism became more popular than Buddhism. We have seen that the Rashtrakutas, Palas, and Pratiharas they followed mostly Buddhism, but now when Rajputs came, Hinduism became more popular. Bhakti saints preached devotion of God. They taught that we should be devoted to God. They were against social discrimination. They believed that there should be no discrimination on basis of caste, creed, color, sex, etc. They also opposed superstition and narrow mindedness, that is, the low thinking of people. Now, the education, superstition, and the narrow mindedness were the greatest hurdle of education during that time. The people having low thinking and wrong beliefs, narrow beliefs were the hurdles of the education. Elementary education, that is, primary education, was limited to monasteries and the temples. What are monasteries? Monasteries are the places where the monks lived. Vikramshil, Bihar, and Nalanda became important places of higher education. The study of religion and philosophy was supported, and study of math, science, etc. were not given prominent places. Regional languages as developed as the Bhakti saints used to compose and preach in these languages. Sanskrit enjoyed a place of prominence. It was an important subject or language. Pali and Prakrit were also used to write books on Jainism and Buddhism. Art and architecture. Examples of North India paintings can be seen in the forms of murals in the palaces, caves, and the temples. What are murals? Murals are the paintings done on the ceilings and the walls that were done during that period on the caves, the palaces, and the temples. Jain monks and painters of Bengal developed the art of miniature painting. What is miniature painting? The painting with small painting with great detail is known as the miniature paintings. The Lingaraja and the Mukteshwara temple at Bhubaneswar and the Sun temple at Konark are important examples to show the architecture of that period. Lastly, we have the trade. India developed trade relations with the countries of East, Southeast, West, and the Central Asia, and the other European countries. Trade was flourishing. This brought India into close contact with the developments of the other countries. People started moving from one place to another. This movement from one place to another led to exchange of ideas. So, this in turn brought the people of India together. This is the end of the chapter. Thank you.